Panasonic MC-E465 is done, rebuilt and refurbished, looking a bit better. It's not a looker, this machine. This job is purely to show you this machine, and then again, like so many other vacuum cleaners we have had, I'll probably give it away to somebody in need. But before we do that, we best check that it still works and how well it works, and we have a couple more jobs to do. So let's get this finished. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, this is now, well, it's complete at least. As you know from the second video on this, we rebuilt it with the one little part we needed down there, a better base plate, a better hose, and yeah, basically that was it. And here we are now, looking not fab. Not going to lie, this machine, I nearly thought about machine polishing it, but didn't bother. There wasn't much point at all. So let us drop the cable, which now is not mouldy. Problem with things that I keep in the shed, especially over winter, they tend to go a bit green where they shouldn't be. If we turn the machine around, we have our one dusting brush, we have our extendable wand and this tool, scabbard tool, and the hose. Now I still haven't found the hose that came with this. I know it was a bit trashed, but I know I didn't throw it away. Problem is, it's probably buried, so I haven't yet found the clip that goes there, and probably won't, I'll be honest. It's just not worth it. I have fixed the little hole. You can see that there's a little wrap of tape just around there, which should be fine, really. I mean, it's okay. It would be clipped there otherwise, but you know what? That looks just fine and dandy. But yeah, before we turn the machine on, we have little holes to fill. We can see there is no bag, no filters, and at the minute, no belt. That is because, well, they're here. I don't know what that's for. These are the filters that came out of it. Where are we? This is actually that filter. Came up not too bad, actually. This is the... It's been washed as well. I suppose how fur it is. Problem with washing filters is that all the fluff from within comes up, so you have to spend a bit of time cleaning it off, which I haven't. This is the diffuser that actually sits under there. This thing is the post motor filter that sits there. Don't want any of that because I've been a little bit busy and went on to, oh, you can't see that, went onto eBay. So we have some genuine, the packet is open, but I think that's just where the bottom's failed, because we have two belts in here. They might be genuine, they might not, I don't care, but this cost the same as buying a non-genuine pack anyway. And knowing Panasonic, especially in the later days, which this looks like, there's no date on it, but it's quite a late style packaging, probably just put any old rubbish in. So we have ourselves a belt, pop that there. We have ourselves some filters. We rip open this outer pack. We can see that we have, what have we got here? This is our diffuser, I think. This is the pre-motor filter, and in here will be our new post-motor filter. Very nice indeed. Look, we can open that up. Oh. What? There we go, look. Bit of a difference. I mean, this is only stained. If you really had no choice, you could happily refit those. It would be fine. But, you know, we got ourselves a nice new one. There we go. You can see me putting them down. So we have our new filters. our new belt, and I have had this for absolutely ages. My mum bought it for me. Look, you can see the sticker there. For those of you who are not in the UK, Oxfam is a charity shop, which is basically like your Goodwill. You just can't buy electronics, but you can occasionally find bits and bobs. So we have ourselves many bags, many bags, of which we will need one. So we can put the bags in there, and we'll put the packet of belts, and quite honestly, that is the last we shall see of this. This can go with the machine, because I don't use paper bags on my own Panasonic. Not that I have any Panasonics of my own yet. I'll be honest, a pneumatic HEPA flow fits on there beautifully. But we're not keeping this, I want rid of it. They may as well have these. They're not terrible bags. Hang on, this was used. What? That's got dirt in it, you won't see it. What the heck? Okay, well we will get another bag out there. That must be why that was loose. Here we go, here's a nice clean bag. And yeah, they're not too bad. They are triple walled, I think, and pretty okay. So, we have our stuff, you know, we need to fit it to the machine. And there we go, look. All sorted and ready to go. No. What we actually have to do, especially to fit this thing, is to strip the thing back down again a bit. Well, we can also put the belt in at the same time. So let's put those out of the way. I'll bring you a bit closer and strip the sodding thing apart again. Just before we fly into a sped up montage and be knocking this apart, do just need to look at something. The belt is not fitted. This machine has no belt, and I tested it before starting to film this video. As you know, this has the motor from the white Panasonic in them. Well, it sounds awful, but I am hoping, I haven't got much to lose bar £4 worth of eBay parts, that a new belt will fit that, because obviously this will tension both the motor and provide drag as it turns. I know that on the older Hoovers it is a massive change, and I'm hoping that this will be as well. So there it is before. Let's get it all sorted, and I could do with vacuuming my rug because it is filthy. Let's get it working. There we go, one clean motor. I mean, that's why I'm assuming it's just going to need a belt, because it sounds okay. I haven't changed the bearings in it. I haven't even washed the fan. I've just chucked the motor in. Right, now that we have this out, we can pop this on, which is a bit oversized actually, but probably going to be fine. In fact, I think it's probably going to go that way. It's only got to sit here to help the air be diffused around the machine. But maybe even a few little drops of hot glue aren't going to go amiss. There's one locating peg there, and everything else isn't. As you can see, the old one was glued on, so let's fit this a bit better than that. There we go, all glued on. Not brilliant, but again, it's only to stop it from really falling down and getting sucked into all there and writing off the whole thing very badly indeed. So, I'm going to pop this on and we'll come back when it's time to fit the belt. With hopefully that being the last time I have to take that stupid thing off, we can get on with the belt. I put a bit of hot glue in a couple more places as well, just to try and stop the rattling. Unfortunately, this is still exhibiting a few signs of wear, so it's never going to be a silent machine, but they weren't anyway, I don't think, so that's not the end of the world. Let's pop lay belt on, and then we have to, oh Christ, now we've got to make sure that everything is aligned, because it only goes on one way. These brush roll carriers are handed, so they slot into a groove, and then we need to pop the belt underneath this bit, which works. The belt control, we'll actually leave it on because in theory the brush roll should be off like that, which is just what we want. So with the brush roll on, we can pop the base plate on, and move on up, where we can fit our new pre-motor filter. Very nice. Then we can fit ourselves a nice genuine bag, which just pushes on like so. And then if I can find the bag door, look, we need to take this out. This actually does have little tiny holes, which you can push onto there, look, which roughly holds it into place. Just enough to slide back on. And there we go. All ready to hopefully sound a heck of a lot different and perhaps do some cleaning. We are plugged in. Not expecting it to sound absolutely amazing now, I'll be honest, but it should clean better than it did before, if you remember. The main reason I went to all these new belts and whatnot was because the belt that was in it was screwed. So we'll turn it on, I'll turn the brush roll on, and we'll see what happens. That is awful. In fact, I'm even more angry at myself because the other motor's in the bin. I did think, oh, we could have a look at that motor. It's probably just the bearings, but by that point, the bin man had gone. Well, we can't leave it like this, can we? Because that's just terrible. So, we're going to go back apart again, and I've hot glued it. Idiot Stimpy. Let me see if I can get any life back into the motor, and we'll try again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm sorry, folks, for wasting your time today. I'm also sorry, Becco's wallet, for wasting about £8 on filters and belts. This is the motor from the white one, remember? I'm still even more annoyed now that I threw the one away that came with this when I could have taken the bearings out. What's actually happening is, look, all of the wire that connects up to the comm, which I can't really show you because it's not enough light, is coming away. I mean, it's probably still going to work and sound awful. And from the sounds of it, the bearings aren't found, which could be why the white one was thrown away in the first place. I don't have any of these 627Zs. Quite frankly, I now cannot be bothered to buy any at all. This thing, I have tried my best. It's hung around for years. I have stripped it, washed it, polished it. Here we are, about to put it in the bin. Because, quite honestly, there's just no more point in caring. I'm going to keep the brush roll, the base plate, and the filters, belts and bags for another, possibly more deserving MC-E series. And who knows, maybe we shall try and find one. I might keep the hose as well, just because it's quite a decent condition hose. Everything else can quite frankly go into the black bin. So, tell terribly sorry, thanks, to have wasted your time and mine filming this and the other videos. This thing is just not worth it. Fortunately, you have to know when it's time to say screw this, and this is time to say screw this indeed. Oh dear, who knows, maybe the next video of mine will be something a little bit more, I don't know really, with an ending, you know, that we can use without sounding like a pile of awfulness. We might actually keep these as well, because they get trashed a lot. So there we go, crikey, I've now backed myself into a corner with enough spare parts to give another one of these another go, but not this particular one. So, thank you very much for watching. Apologies for, again, the waste of time, but definitely not this Panasonic MC-E465. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.